Okay, let's move to the next news story. And this one is something I'm not super familiar with this movie. I actually haven't gotten to seen it, but I thought it'd be really interesting. I think my audience would appreciate or maybe not appreciate that it's happening. But via Variety.com, a Spaceballs sequel is in development at Amazon MGM Studios. A source close to the production tells Variety Josh Gad is set to star and will produce alongside Mel Brooks. Josh Greenbaum will direct the film from a screenplay by Benji Samit, Dan Hernandez, and Gad, while Kevin Salter will executive produce. Plot details are being kept under wraps. Question is, who is Josh Greenbaum? Has any of you guys heard of him? The only reason I know him is because he has directed The Strays, which was one of my favorite films last year. It was that movie about the naughty dogs running away from abusive guy and then coming back to rip his balls off because how terrible he was. I thought that movie was really funny. It had some satirical elements. I really severely enjoyed Strays, one of the funny R-rated comedies that we got that year, which I thought last year was a great year for R-rated comedies. So that gives me some excitement for the fact that he directed that he could come in here and do Spaceballs, which is like a comedic parody take on sci-fi. And then he did Bars and Vista. Barbs. It was supposed to be Barbs. I put Bars. Barbs and Vista, which I haven't seen, but I heard was really, really good and really, really funny. So based on his track record, I heard Barbs and Vista was really, really good. I know Strays personally to me was really, really great. I have some confidence that this will be directed well. I'm not super familiar with Benji or Dan or even Josh Gad as writers. I'm always a little like, when there's so many writers on a film, but I'm hoping that they come together and bring this all together, because obviously Spaceballs is a cult classic that a lot of people love. And if you don't know what it is, the original 1987 MGM film Spaceballs starred Bill Pullman as Lone Star, John Candy as Barf, Daphne, that's a crazy name, Zuniga, I don't know, as Princess Vespa, Rick Moranis as Lord Dark Helmet, and Brooks as President Scroob and Yogurt. As you can see, these names are ridiculous because this was a parody kind of film. The space opera is a parody of both Star Wars franchise and other popular sci-fi franchises like Star Trek and Alien. And for me personally, I think if they're going to do this, I need to watch Spaceballs because I don't know what kind of parody it does, but I heard it was really, really fun. I think they could continue to parody Star Wars and Star Trek because both of those franchises are still popular, especially Star Wars, especially the stuff that's been happening. They could make fun of some of the stuff in the sequel trilogy, but I also think they could make fun of things like Dune, Avatar, or maybe something like Edge of Tomorrow, even Ex Machina, which have been some of the most popular sci-fi recently. And there's probably other sci-fi that they could make fun of as well. But I think Dune would be a big one because that's one of the big sci-fi films. Avatar, obviously. Spaceballs came out way before Avatar 1 came out, so that'll be great to make fun of. Edge of Tomorrow, I think would be really, really fun if they can incorporate that. And Ex Machina, because since AI is such a big thing right now, and Ex Machina that deals with AI and kind of was forward thinking in that film before the AI craze happened, I think Ex Machina could definitely be something that they can incorporate in the parody. Are there any fans of Spaceballs in the live chat, or people watching this afterwards? Are you excited for a sequel to Spaceballs? Are you a fan of Josh Gad? Are you a fan of Strays and Barbs and Vista? And are you excited by the director? Or are you just kind of like, leave Spaceballs completely alone? We don't need that. They're trying to bring back the parody. We have a new scary movie coming out, and I think that could be a good idea if they make fun of a lot of these elevated horror films and other things like that. And now they're trying to bring back Spaceballs. And I think Naked Gun, which is kind of a parody on like the James Bond kind of spy trope. So we're getting a bunch of parody kind of films coming back. Do you think Spaceballs is one that should be coming back? Drop all your comments down below and let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified of all my videos coming out in my live streams. If you're in the live chat, stick around. Let's keep talking.